Thank you. I now recognize Mr. Loudermilk for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Blanton, I'm going to move off to another subject so you can take a breath there for a moment.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the security of the Capitol itself. You know, we brought up January 6th here, and a lot of changes have been made and a lot of money has been spent. And I want to specifically start off with the fiscal year 2021 security supplemental that was provided, a value of $300 million to your office to address security issues. Was the entirety of that amount, $300 million, used in the area that was designated, that it was supposed to be?
So it's been obligated, and it was specifically for $283 million for Windows, $17 million Windows and other security upgrades, which relate to the Senate projects, and then $17 million for security cameras. So that is the only area that we will be expensing money from that security supplemental.
Okay, so let's make sure I got this right. $283 million for Windows?
Yes.
Is that?
And that's across campus, that's not just on the House.
So it'll be Senate, House, and we can get in.
Senate and House office buildings.
Okay. And we can discuss the details on that at another time. 17 million is for security cameras.
In the Senate and the House office buildings.
Are these additional cameras to what's there, upgrade to what we already have, a combination?
They're additional cameras. The scope of it was for the first and second floor to the House office buildings. And I want to be very clear, it also did not include anything for the Capitol building itself.
Okay. And so the money has not completely been used at this point, which saying it's
It has been obligated but not expensed.
Has any of it been expensed?
So design work has been expensed.
Okay.
One of the, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
One of the challenges that we have with the storm windows is when you have buildings such as the Rayburn building where they have a facade as opposed to being solid stone. We found during inspections prior to routine inspections prior to the supplemental that the windows themselves appear to be causing cracks to the stone facade. Now, the Russell has had a challenge with its stone facade for years, and that's been part of our maintenance program in trying to come up with it. It appears that the windows are, the tall, narrow windows that you have in the Russell are exacerbating the cracks. And so we had to go back and completely redesign with our external support agency the window systems so that they don't damage the buildings themselves.
And that redesign is part of the money allocated in the $300 million?
We actually did the redesign from internal AOC resources. Okay. Because the money did not have anything for planning or design to it. We had to absorb that in order to fix the problems.
Okay. Is the Capitol in its state right now less secure or more secure than it has been for previous State of the Unions?
So I think in general, the Capitol is, and the Capitol complex is more secure.
Okay.
And part of that is physical security upgrades, but part of that, and the most important piece of it, is the communication that we've had with the executive branch when it comes to sharing intelligence and sharing security information, as well as with the intel community and the neighboring police forces around us. And so we have much better cooperative partnering agreements. We have a more robust ability for the chief of police to be able to declare an emergency without having to come back to a bureaucratic board and ask permission. And so that gives us the ability, as the Capitol complex, to be able to respond more.
Okay. Well, with that question, can you answer very quickly, succinctly, why did you, from what I'm understanding, there was no actionable intelligence of specific threats for this State of the Union? No, the House Sergeant at Arms disagreed with putting up security barrier. You and the Senate Sergeant at Arms agreed. Why did you believe that we needed additional security, the security fencing?
So, to me, it came down to a fiscal issue. And this might sound ironic to you that spending $872,000 could end up being you could have a cheaper option. However, in discussions with the Secret Service and the Capitol Police, they wanted to have, if we didn't have a fence, 3 layers of bike racks. And then we would require additional staff and additional support from, that could be reimbursable from jurisdictions around us. And the math in my head was, well, it's going to be cheaper to put the fence up and have less people.
All right. Well, thank you for that. I do have additional questions, but I can submit them for the record, or if we do a second round.